because he is keeping an eye on things as Chris is. Any changes here, Mike?
No real big changes to talk about. Sort of want to reset and make sure that we've got our attention in the right places and your attention in the right places. As Chris mentioned, and actually as David mentioned in Waconia, there's a little bit of a hole here in the radar signatures. There's been a little bit of light rain that's falling now across St. Paul. We have gotten little to nothing here in the Twin Cities. There are reports here across areas just north of the Twin Cities, including in and around Cambridge, which is not experiencing any precipitation, but has some clouds, that there is some sign of rotations, definitely sign of turbulence in the clouds. This part of the storm here that is far more ragged than it was just 20 minutes ago, north of Princeton, has had a history of producing funnel clouds and rotating wall clouds, sort of the predecessor or precursor to a tornado potentially dropping from a storm. There have not been any reports of anything touching down at this point, but this is still clearly an area where there's enough instability and wind shear that we need to be watching this very carefully and very closely. A little farther south, this purple box and outline here is an area that has seen, and I have seen now via video with my own eyes, we're working on getting that for you, a tornado touching down in a farm field. It seemed to be pretty short-lived, but even so, that confirmation that this cell has produced and can still produce at any moment a tornado has this tornado warning, the purple box indicating it's a confirmed tornado warning that goes for the next short while here. In fact, we'll tell you that it goes until 5:45 p.m. for that observed tornado. It's for parts of Blue Earth, Faribault, and Waseca counties, and also hail is possible with this storm. I'll switch modes here so that we can get a sense of what's going on inside the storm. And what we're looking for are red pixels next to green pixels, because that indicates that there's some rotation. And honestly, at this point, this is part of a trend that I've been noticing with this cell over the past 5 to 10 minutes. There is not a lot of that. So it's possible that this storm is going either through a rebuilding phase and is not producing a tornado at this point, but could again, or it's just very well hidden in here. Little indication that there could be some rotation south of Winnebago, but that is not a dead ringer. So we're going to keep a close eye on that for you. If you are under that warning, you need to treat that storm as though it could produce a tornado at any time. And as Amelia said, get into your basement or lowest level room on the lowest level of your home away from windows. To the north, we've got rain. We've got snow in parts of North Dakota. It's possible as we go through the night tonight that some of that will track over the northern part of Minnesota, the Arrowhead and the Boundary Waters. But here's a look at where we're seeing that fuel for thunderstorms. You can see the northern part of the state is pretty much out of it at this point. And if I run this forecast through the next 12 hours, you can see as those big storms go up, they sort of erase that thunderstorm fuel. They kind of consume it. It's like trying to drive on an empty tank of gas. There's nothing left. And while there is still fuel around here in the Twin Cities, the later into the evening we get, in the next 1 to 2 hours, I think any potential for that to be tapped and to turn into localized severe weather will be done. So we really only have about 60 to 90 minutes left where we need to be concerned here about the Twin Cities before that thunderstorm threat moves to the east. Down toward the Hastings area still, though, by about 6 or 7 o'clock, we have the potential for severe weather. And down toward Red Wing and eventually Winona by 7, 8, and 9 o'clock, that threat for severe weather moves in before things really quiet down toward 10 o'clock.